This morning on today's Money, survival strategies after the loss of a job. It's a tough world out there these days, and a lot of people are out of work. So how do you begin to put your work life back together again? Mark Jeffries is a communications expert and the author of What's Up With Your Handshake. Mark, good morning to you. Nice to see you.
Good morning, Matt.
If I get a pink slip tomorrow, I'm going to cry, I'm going to worry, I'm going to feel sorry for myself. What's wrong with that?
There is nothing wrong with that.
It's okay?
Yeah, it's part of the acceptance. You have to go through it. The hardest thing is you will sit there at home alone thinking you are on your own. But you're not. This is happening to so many people now.
But after that initial stage of crying and feeling sorry for yourself, by the way, how long can that last? What's fair?
Well, it's fair to say that it's going to last at least a week, but only if you do something about it. If you sit at home doing nothing, that could go for months.
All right, you get a piece of paper, get a pen, or get on your computer and you write down the realistic job you've always wanted, what your strengths are, and how much money and time you have. Take me through it.
All right, this is a great way to start your search for a new job. You have to focus your mind. And what you want to also do is give yourself some time off. But in that time off, you need your mind to be thinking. What are you thinking about? What is the realistic job I can go for? No crazy job ideas at this stage. How much money have I got left? In other words, my runway. And, you know, you've also got to think about every aspect of how you're going to go ahead and search for the job. What are your strengths?
And by the way, searching for a job is a full-time job.
Yes, it is.
So for the people who think they're going to get up in the morning, stay in their pajamas till noon, that's not going to cut it.
It's not. And they say, even in sales as well, if you are based at home and you're trying to do sales in your pajamas, you're not going to sell anything. You need to be at work in your mind.
So 9 to 5.
In the office. 9 to 5. You set up your full day. So you start, you're on the phone, you're researching the industries you're trying to go for. You are contacting your network. You're getting yourself very busy. And at 5, your day's done.
Yeah, but you say it's okay during that period of time to maybe make time for a little longer lunch break, get in there and see a trainer and work out or something like that. All right, find the silver lining. This is important because, as you appropriately make note of, there are a lot of people who are getting laid off right now, who are getting laid off from jobs they didn't like in the first place.
You bet. No one is brave enough to leave a job, especially in this economy, because they don't like the job. They stay. This is a golden opportunity. I used to be a stockbroker, and I got laid off years ago. And I remember thinking to myself, panic first, totally panicking.
Right.
And then I thought, no, hold on, this is a great opportunity to try something different. I did. I changed my entire industry. I reinvented myself.
Yeah, however, if you're one of those people who's got severe money worries, it might be logical to say, wait a second, I don't have time to reinvent myself. I got to go back to what I know and what I can be hired at right now.
And there's nothing wrong with that. And actually, you may need to change the way you approach that job. Because in the past, you would have had a full-time job. Maybe a part-time job is a good start as you continue to search for what your dream job is.
The other tip you have, and I think this is a really healthy one, you say follow the stimulus. It's something we talk about on this show every single day. What's involved in this stimulus package? Because the whole intent is to put people back to work.
You bet. All you got to do is listen to Obama. Where is he sending the money? It's going to be green industries. It's going to be a lot of the startup firms that already have funding. It's also going to be health and education. Anything mentioned in the stimulus package, that's a great place to start. And by the way, also, where there's firing, there's hiring. Go back to your last employer.
Yeah, because although they may have fired you from a full-time job, they may need to replace you or want to replace you with part-time work.
Because they know you. And they know you're good, they just couldn't afford to keep you for a full-time job.
Use your traditional connections like friends and family, but also make sure you're hip to this new social networking thing. And for a lot of the people being laid off right now, that's still Latin to them.
Yes, it is, and you have to learn very quickly. Steep learning curve. Get onto the likes of Facebook, onto Twitter, onto LinkedIn, because you need to have both an online presence and an offline presence. When people search for you, because they're going to, what does the internet say about you? Make sure you have stuff out there.
And with an estimated, 6 million people right now getting unemployment benefits, maybe 9% of the population unemployed by the end of the year. How does the person who just gets the pink slip today set themselves apart from all the other people out there looking for a job?
It's very, very tricky, and it's hard. The temptation is to send 1,000 resumes to everybody, but of course that won't get noticed. Instead, you need to finely target people, know who you're going for, know what it is they want, and reshape your resume each time to suit the needs of that organization. And also, if you really want to be noticed, you should conduct what I call the email sandwich.
Yeah, this is either very effective or very annoying. One of the two. I haven't decided.
It's a fine line, and you have to be very smart at it. But you announce the email coming in with a phone call, you then send the email.
So wait a second, you call me if you were looking for a job, say, Matt,
I just want you to know, I've got no time, and I know you're very busy, I'm going to send you an email, let's chat next week. There was the first layer of the email sandwich. Then I send the email telling you how great I am, and then I phone you again, maybe within 2 days. I go, Matt, I know you're still very busy, just want to let you know, I've sent the email, have a look, let's chat next week.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you've bumped right up against annoying there, but that's all right.
There's a fine line. There's a fine line between persistent and annoying.
And we all know the squeaky wheel gets the grease.
That's right.
Thanks for the advice.
You're
really
welcome.
Appreciate it. A lot of people unfortunately need it at this particular time.